Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna install a double din on Danny's E46.
You heard the man. We are going to be installing a stereo on my E46 back there. I made a video showcasing the whole car, giving you guys a rundown of the build because it is new to you guys, older to me. And when it comes to the stereo, I wanted to keep it more original, keep that OEM look. So I kept the stock stereo for such a long time, and I've been trying to find a more OEM-like replacement. I know I installed an Eonon stereo on my other E46 and it was just bulky, too big. I didn't like that. I wanted it more OEM-like, like Junior's E46 Vert. Company reached out to me to install their stereo. We get a lot of smaller and some big companies reaching out to try to install their products or test out their products for video, and I like being honest with them and obviously with you guys and telling them I'm not going to be biased. If I don't like the product, then I'm not gonna do it and not even make a video for it. But this one enticed me, and it wasn't the price point, of course not. It was $600, it's a pretty expensive stereo, but it's the fact that it looked really good. It has wireless Apple CarPlay, which is a must for any new stereo, and Android Auto if you have an Android. Not only that, it has some cool features like some AI stuff that I'm not really knowledgeable on, and a bunch of other stuff. Aside from the stereo, I had to get my own dash trim and a wiring harness. So we're gonna try to make it work today. Hopefully we can, and hopefully it comes out good. But I don't do much stereo installs, so that's where Junior comes in. He's gonna be helping your boy.
First thing first, we need some panel poppers.
Alright, when you guys are finished, alright?
What are you doing, bro? We haven't even opened up the stereo. We haven't even showcased it.
Just give me my money.
You stay there, all right? We'll be right back. Let's start off with the name of this brand. This is the A-Toto. Sorry if I'm butchering that. The A-Toto stereo. It's the X10, which is one of their highest trim line. They make a bunch of them. They make some cheaper options as well. Comes in this fancy box.
Also, it's probably like your
The starter kit. The harness, all that good stuff. Hopefully it comes with a mounting, like a universal mounting kit, because I don't have one. So we're gonna try to figure that out.
So
What's that? GPS?
Antenna?
Yeah, it might be antenna or GPS.
Antenna or GPS. USB.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there, bro. Wish I would have done this when I tore apart the whole car. It would have been a lot easier to run things through.
Instructions, which we're probably not gonna use.
And then this is the mounting kit, huh?
Yeah, these are the brackets
So
that go.
hopefully.
They go on the double din to your dash.
Oh yeah, it's a little trim.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not familiar with stereo systems. You are. Is this a pretty cool starter kit? Like, does it come with everything you need?
Yeah. Heck yeah, because you don't have to go out and source all this stuff out. Just
On a lot of companies, do you have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we installed the one on the Honda I had, we had to source out the whole harness kit, like all this antenna stuff, and it comes with everything. He knows it.
Now this is what I have to talk to you guys about. Typically, you could splice it in, but on some stereos that use like a universal connector, you can buy this kit. This is a pretty cheap kit on Amazon. I'll link it down below. This won't work, but we can cut the pigtail off and just wire it in like a normal stereo. So this is all the colors. So we're gonna be using that. So instead of me having to repurchase a harness that doesn't come with those connectors already pinned in, I'm just gonna snip them and then wire it into that and make a nice little connector for it. Wow, let's look at the stereo, dude.
This is the main thing right here.
It's a pretty good size. Anything else would be too big.
Yeah.
I wanted an OEM look, so I got this cheapo dash trim off Amazon. It looks like it's going to fit because it does fit 7-inch screens. This isn't going to be a plug and play install like other stereos that you can get for E46s and obviously all bunch of makes and models, but it's gonna be cool because this is a pretty powerful stereo, and having Apple CarPlay, especially a wireless setup, is going to definitely upgrade the interior of this car and make the car itself way more modern. You could even hook up maybe an OBD diagnostic tool and you can have it just always plugged in, and your stereo, because it is an Android, you can actually have an app for it and set it all up. Oh!
Making sure it's 7 inches.
Ain't that right, boys?
Si, senor.
This was tired, bro. We
bro?
just shared an energy drink.
Yeah.
Going back to the harness, I'm going to be doing this first because this is obviously the most tedious part. It's not that hard. It's all color coded, and then this one has the little tags. Wiring this in, a lot of people either solder them because interior work, definitely a good idea to solder, but I'm gonna be using BMW style crimps, which I have right here. I've used it for a lot of our setups, even on Junior's old truck. I use these guys. They hold up really well. So we're gonna be using those, a little bit of heat shrink, and making sure this harness looks super nice, super clean, and you don't have those old janky stereo shop wiring setups. Junior knows all about that. Some shops are good.
Yeah,
they're not gonna throw shots at all of them, but
Yeah,
there's
not all of them.
definitely some shady shops that drill a self-tap screw right through the body. I've seen that way too many
That's
times.
happened to me in like another hard body I had before. They did 6x9s and they drilled like wood screws to the back of the cab.
No way.
Yeah.
Let's discuss something. It's love. It's love. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Let's discuss something. It's love. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Look at this beautiful harness. That's all you really need. However, there is a couple wires left for parking brake negative and then steering wheel controls, which I think this runs off of CAN bus if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna have to use some sort of decoder to get the steering wheel controls to work. So hopefully I can figure that out later because I obviously wanna use this steering wheel because it's so nice. God, look at this OEM plus interior. This is technically a single DIN stereo. So if you're going to be installing a double DIN, you have to relocate the AC control, as you can see.
Wait, what?
Have to.
Matrix. It's the Matrix.
I have to, because this trim down here that deletes a little cubby, this is meant for a double DIN. So all I have to do is put this working one, because this is the current one I'm using, the IHKA. I'm gonna be swapping it down to here. So I'm gonna be removing this one, putting this one down here, and then now, ooh, double DIN. We should probably disconnect the battery.
Nah, you didn't do it on your other video. Before we continue this install, let them know what happened the other night.
To what?
To your car, bro.
Oh,
We almost weren't able to film this video.
Low-key, we're like 50% not gonna film this video.
what they're talking about is that this car, my daily driver, got repoed. No, I'm just kidding. It got impounded, all right? At my own house. I live in an HOA, and for those who have HOAs, I'm sorry, it sucks. But I have an HOA where you cannot park in front of these shared garage buildings. We don't share garages, but we share the building itself, and they get pissed off when you park in front. I needed to go pick up some things from my dad's house, a couple packages. So I went home to go eat real quick, left the car outside, 30 to 45 minutes. I come outside and I can't see my car. And I was like, oh, maybe I parked on the street, not, in front of the garage. And I was just losing my mind for a little bit. And I was like, dude, there's no way someone towed this car, because I would have heard the tow truck, first of all, the reverse sound that the truck makes. I called Junior and I was like, I think someone stole my car or towed it away. And we both thought originally that someone stole the car. So we started panicking. He came over to my house and it was a long night.
It was a long night. We started driving across town, looking, called the cops, they didn't have no info of it. Started calling tow truck companies, nothing. And then we thought we seen it, so we took like 3 fucking stoplights.
Yo,
Yeah, we did what we did to try to find the car. And at the end, you gotta block the call. And then it was the operator, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, airport towing has your car. And I looked at this phone, I'm like, bro, how the fuck did you not hear?
he did tell us though.
Yeah, he told us it's a newer truck. It's like a 2024, and he's just like, these new trucks are just quiet.
The diesels themselves are quiet and they don't make any noise when
Yeah,
you're reversing.
and I don't think it has like that when you hit the reverse, the beeping thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this fool.
This car was gone. 2 hours, I would say.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
And I had to spend $400 to get my car back.
Yeah, that shit's insane, bro.
$400.
$400 for 2 hours.
Don't make that mistake if you have an HOA or you park somewhere you're not supposed to. You will pay
Yeah.
a decent amount, and it's like $66 a day.
And if you go after hours, it's like $135 for like, what do you say, like a a fee to open the fence after hours.
It's
Some bullshit
ridiculous,
like that,
bro.
dude.
On that note, let's get back to this video because this was an expensive one. You think I saved money getting a free stereo? No, I had to pay $400 to get my car back to make this video. All my E46 guys know that these vents are a pain in the ass to remove. I had to cut around it because this is a brand new AC vent because they always break, they get brittle because of the sun. And it was pretty hard to get on and take off, so didn't want to touch it. So we're just gonna be removing it. So this guy right here has some special mounting provisions, these metal tabs. It has a ton of adjustability from different spots and you can adjust it as such. We need to get that bracket and see how we can get this to work. This is the stuff that typical people don't want to do when installing a non-plug-and-play stereo. Metra does offer a dash kit. I'll put it down below. It's not the setup I'm going with because I wanted more of an OEM look. Whatever we figure out right now is what you guys can copy, follow it, and you guys can install a double din for yourselves without hopefully too much work. All right, this is going to be some wizardry, but you explain, wizard.
Surgery right now. Pretty much, this double din is gonna require
Extensive.
a pretty good amount of custom stuff. And we're gonna do something else, but we're gonna do something else.
So we're gonna reuse this piece.
This is the original trim for like the
Single
obviously
din,
the single
and then
din.
the IHK.
Yeah, whatever that is. Basically, we're gonna stay with this whole trim and we're gonna cut all the inside stuff. So we're gonna use this as a mounting bracket pretty much.
Yep. Did you leave it running or what?
Yeah, bro, that's the way we work around here. Efficient. So I'm gonna warm up, okay?
Okay. All right.
This is what happens when you gotta do custom stuff, bro. Okay?
Some nasty stuff happens.
So right now it looks nasty, but I'm gonna clean it up, bro. Trust me.
No, I believe you.
Trust me, bro.
You just gotta tell them.
Yeah. You guys just hold on right now. It looks a little crusty like Danny, but
Oh,
it'll be better. Look at what? You just chilling or what?
Him, fool?
Alright. He's like, look at you finally doing something. It's crazy, fool. I show
Because you're throwing
I show up
shots
on
first.
time, bro. I
throwing
show up on time. That's the main thing.
Really? I was
Yeah, bro.
Face. See if you had that running, what would happen?
Nothing would have happened, Daniel.
chopped your arm off.
Literally, bro.
Whole arm chopped off, dude. One swipe.
Oh.
Nice tattoo, bro.
You guys want to know something?
What?
I don't care.
Yeah, we don't need to order a mounting kit. We make our own.
Yeah, hold on. Back to work.
Oh,
Perfect.
perfect.
So you just got rid of the guts. The HVAC system is behind the stereo, so it doesn't have enough room to fully go in all the way. So this is going to be where it's gonna sit.
Like tape it and cut it right under this line. Once we put it on here and we'll see like where you want it, we'll see how much we have to cut
Yeah,
off the
well, it'll
sides.
depend on obviously.
Yeah, we'll measure to make sure we're even.
We practically cut off the whole thing. This is all we're gonna be using, so if you guys wanna replicate this or get an idea of how it looks, we're gonna be putting a little bit of Loctite on these bolts. It's not gonna come loose, especially when we have the dash trim to hold it in place as well.
This is the modification. Look at that. Skin delete.
Yeah, this is why they never want to fucking cut anything.
And this is going to be the last piece of the puzzle.
This is the only harness we're gonna be using. Very simple setup, all taped up, looks just like factory. So we just gotta tuck it in there. So what's happening, bro?
Tell them what you did.
What? The dash trim is broken on my car. When we removed it, it was the last straw. I am missing trim. So I will source some. I am not going to be ending this video without having the trim on. So it may be a couple days, maybe a week, but I need to try to figure out where I can source some. Moment of truth, guys.
All right, let's see.
Whoa, hold up.
What is this say?
Apple CarPlay? All right, gotta connect to it. It's also running Android, right? Obviously, once you connect to Wi-Fi, you're pretty much solid at that point. The main thing I'm honestly going to be using is this Apple CarPlay. It's going to make everything so much nicer, and it's gonna definitely refresh the interior. We'll be right back, but for us, it's gonna be a little while.
For you.
We shouldn't have Drake on there, bro.
It's been a little while since we installed the stereo. We finally sourced some new dash trims, not matching with the rest of the interior because this car has silver trim. However, this titanium shadow, the only reason why I like it, one, it looks really good. Two, is you can actually paint match it with a rattle can. So we're going to be doing that to the rest of the interior, matching it, because now that it's installed, it looks way better. It definitely complements the other dark gray accents to the car. Looks really good. I always like silver, so I was kind of sad going this route, but it looks a lot better.
It goes with the steering wheel.
It was worth the modifications.
I'd say it was worth it, bro.
I mean, it could have been plug and play if we got a different kit, but I really like the way the kit flows with the rest of the dash.
That's the
That
thing.
looks
We
good.
don't do plug and plays around here. We like to do custom.
Not anymore. Everything custom.
Custom everything.
Everything custom. Tomorrow's
Make sure to
event.
clock out
for lunch, boys.
Make sure you guys are clocking out for lunch at 12 p.m. every day, guys. Serious.
Yeah. Don't forget to clock out.
So I'm gonna give you the top thing that I like about this stereo. It's the display. It's a really good display. It's very crisp, very sharp. I feel like a lot of other double dins, they don't have the best display in the world. A lot of manufacturers don't tend to put a lot of care and effort into that portion of the stereo, because ultimately what's a stereo for? Sound and features. The one thing that I dislike, which is not really anything to do with the stereo itself, it's more the application, is the Apple CarPlay is a little bit laggy. The stereo itself is very fast because it is running Android, and some Android stereos can be buggy as well, but it's just the application itself, swiping through the apps, things like that. You see a delay, especially when you're swiping through. So if they can update that, that would be really good. If you guys are spending $600, you wanna make sure you're actually getting a good stereo.
Yeah, you gotta pay for something you really want, so make sure it's worth it.
Why are you laughing, bro?
I don't know. I was just looking over at you when you were saying it. You were like,
What? I can't smile, bro? You can't smile?
Apparently not. This guy doesn't know how to smile.
you shouldn't be smiling, bro. Honestly, let's hear.
So what are we doing next, bro, on your car? Because I think that's going to be this weekend, right?
Next weekend, we're gonna put Lambo doors on my car.
Yes.
Stop!
All right, stop playing no more.
Open the door! Dude! I'm gonna tell my mom!
Yeah, you're getting water on my car, bro.
It could be worse. It could be E.
I know. Were you driving it to the gym?
No, I gotta drive it home.
This thing's so wild.
Carbon dash. It's a little offset. But that way I
It
can
doesn't
see
really
this-
matter, though.
this screen.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I put it this way because I don't want it perfect. Then I want to be able to see both.
Give me the keys of the E30.
No. It's been such a fun car. I know we ended off the last video with the car obviously not driving and overheating, but we fixed it.
Alright, drive's not watching. Let me see the keys.
No, you can't. No. All right, the belt slipped off. We put a new belt on. Doesn't overheat. It is chingon. That was just a wake-up call that before we keep beating on it and abusing it, we need to do the maintenance. Timing belts, upgraded silicone hoses, water pump, temp sensors, aluminum radiator, and eventually an oil cooler. We want to keep this engine as cool as possible. Do all the maintenance before we chip it. It'll dust that G35 all day, bro.
Like 2,500 horsepower.
Probably my favorite E46. All right, boys, this is all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys on the next one.